All right, good morning. So today is day 25. And today I'm talking about celebrating yourself, right? Because I was sitting and I was like, just thinking, like, what am I feeling today? What do I feel like I am supposed to be doing? And just, what am I getting from this, right? And it was just celebrate yourself. So I looked up the word celebrate, and it says acknowledge with a social gathering or enjoyable activity. So the word that stuck out to me in that was acknowledge. And so when I look at that word, I said, I need to acknowledge, the things that I am accomplishing in my daily walk, in whether it be just the little small things that we just tend to overlook because it's so much going on. It's so much going on in our day to day that we don't even take the time to acknowledge the things that we have done or we have accomplished, or things that we have gotten over or have done better in, right? And so I wrote down, I said, celebrate even the small victories, like, completing reading a book. You know what I mean? Something that you don't even think about as being an accomplishment, but it's something that you did. I also wrote down going a week without making that phone call. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are struggling with making some phone calls, or saying some things, or talking to certain people, or we know that God is pulling us away from some things, so we're struggling to not do those things, not make them phone calls, not visit that place, not talk to that person, not be around that person. You know what I mean? Or be around that place, that environment. We're struggling with some of those things, right? And then I said, not responding to negativity. You hear different things and just being silent. I used to write this thing all the time: silence is golden. You know what I'm saying? But when you really sit and you look at that, it really is. Sometimes it's best that you not say anything. Sometimes it's best that you not give certain things a response, period. Right? So celebrating even that I did not respond to that. I didn't say anything. I didn't, it didn't even move me to a place where I acted out of character, or I stressed myself out, or whatever the case may have been. That's an accomplishment for me. I'm celebrating that victory. I also wrote down cleaning out an area, whether it been the garage, the car, the closet. I even put your wallet or your purse. Sometimes just those little small things that we look at and we say, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do it, and we never do it. Just celebrating, sometimes just taking that moment and just doing something just so small can just change your whole attitude. It can change your whole perspective. It can call, in my world, a clean environment causes me to have creativity, an organized space. I feel a lot lighter. I don't feel overwhelmed. There is so much that goes on when there's a lot of clutter and chaos and just all types of stuff in your environment, in your world. Sometimes it stifles your creativity, or sometimes it stifles your next move, or your progression. I also put even celebrating spending quality time with your spouse, or with your family member, or with your children. Just taking some time. Sometimes we just go about our day and, we may see them and, hey, how you doing? And blah, 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 blah. But just taking that moment to just really sit and just talk to them, or see what they got going on in their world. Let them know that we are interested in what they got going on. You know what I mean? Sometimes we take that for granted, but that's a real thing. Sometimes people need to know that somebody at least cares about what's going on in their life. And if you've done that, if you've taken that moment to intentionally do that, and just take the time with someone else outside of yourself, that's an accomplishment. That's something to be celebrated. Not to say that I'm just doing this just to, make it, give myself a good name, or no, not just search your heart, right? Search your heart and just know that intentionally you want to do it. because it's in your heart to do. And if you've done that, celebrate that. Celebrate that that it's, something has changed in my heart, in my mind, in my emotions, in my feelings, to say that I'm thinking of someone else before even thinking of myself. You know what I mean? Just the little things. Just the little things. It's just, sometimes you'll feel so much better just giving of yourself. You know what I mean? Not to say that you have to just, put yourself on the back burner. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is sometimes you can just sit there and just really care about what's going on in somebody else's life. Or just taking that time to spend some time with your spouse. Something unexpected. Spend some time with your mother, your father, your siblings, or an uncle, aunt, whoever it may be in your circle, your children, your co-workers, whoever may be in your circle. Just taking the time to just sit and talk to them. Hey, what's going on in your world? You know what I mean? And really intentionally listening, not just hearing, but listening, and having a real conversation. Sometimes those conversations will change your whole perspective on that person, on what's going on with them. It may even change for them some things that they've been going through. Some people sit in silence and are literally contemplating suicide because they feel like no one cares. So just sometimes taking that moment, and I don't even know where I'm going here, but just sometimes just taking that moment and just saying, hey, what's going on with you? How you feeling today? How you doing? Or I noticed that, you changed your hair, or I noticed that this. So just noticing them, period. You know what I mean? So just, and then celebrating yourself for just being open. Because sometimes when we go through things or we're healing of things, we get so closed in and boxed in that it's just all about us. We're so protected and so guarded that we don't open ourselves up to even acknowledge or notice anyone else. So just taking a moment to even do that, to even be mindful to hear and like the voice of God just saying, pray for that one. Or, sometimes the Lord will put someone on your mind. You ain't thought about them. Be like, well, maybe I need to send them a text or give them a call. I'm the type of person I'd rather call somebody because I need to hear your voice. It's okay to text, here and there, but sometimes I want to hear your voice. And if I can, I want to see your face. I want to video you so I can lay my eyes on you to say, because you can tell me on the phone or you can text me and say, oh, I'm fine. And then you're really not. So I said that to say that's a part of it. It's a part of our process as well. Part of healing is, getting through some things and opening up so that we can receive love as well. We're pouring out and then we're receiving, right? And then I said, whatever it may be, just acknowledging that you completed it. Whatever it may be, how big, how small, whatever the case may be, I completed that. I did it. And I'm acknowledging that I did it. I'm proud of myself. Regardless if anybody says they're proud of me or not, I'm proud of myself. I did it. I set an intentional goal. I used my SMART goals. I set the goal. It was measurable. It was attainable. It was realistic. And it was time-based. Whether I met that time or not, I did it. I stuck with it, and I got it completed. So just acknowledging that, celebrating yourself. Whether you say, well, I'm going to, reward myself by just relaxing and just doing nothing. I'm going to cut my phone off. It's going to be about me today. Because sometimes that's even hard to do. Just cut your phone off. Just cut it off. Listen, I'm not answering any calls today. I'm going to concentrate on me. I'm going to concentrate on the things that I need to get done. I found as an organizer and as a cleaning professional that I had let a lot of things just slip by in my own house and in my own spaces because I was doing for others. And I had to take the time to say, you know what? I need to clean out my garage. I need to organize my garage. I need to do some things for me. And you look at different hairdressers. You know what I'm saying? They're doing hair, and then their hair, you looking at their hair like, well, are you gonna do yours? You know what I mean? But you don't think about the fact that they're so busy doing for others that they don't have the time or even sometimes the energy to do for themselves. You find some of them got ponytails, and you looking like, I don't want you doing my hair. You can't get your own done. You know, because I think like that. I'm like, when some people, I've looked at different profession, and it's like, okay, you're coming to do something for me that it just doesn't look like it's done for yourself. So I had to kind of just look at that. If I'm looking at someone that way, they're more than likely, not even probably, they're more than likely looking at me the same way, right? And so I just looked at that as, just an accomplishment, even in that. Just taking the time to celebrate yourself, to acknowledge yourself, to just say, okay, today is a day that I'm going to take the time and just do me. Point blank, do me. If I got to cut everything off, shut everything down, close my door, whatever I got to do, I'm going to do that for me. Schedule it. Put it on your calendar. Schedule it. Schedule a celebrate yourself day. Even if it has to be a half a day, whatever you can do, just do it. Just do it for you. Celebrate yourself, all right? All right, so that's it for me today. That's just what's been on my heart and on my mind today. It's just celebrating yourself, acknowledging the little things. No matter how small it may seem to you, acknowledge it. You did it. All right? Have a great one. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.